CM Punk returns to WWE after 10 long years. I've tried to tell that statement a few times before the recording, and it still doesn't feel real at all. As a long time Punkamaniac, I waited for this moment for weeks, months, and years. The closest we got was his AEW return. That was special in his own ways, considering that was Punk's first return to anything wrestling in nearly a decade. But for him to come back home to WWE uh, under Triple H, the entire story feels like a fairy tale. And I actually watched it and I slept it through, and I was pretty convinced the whole thing was a dream, but turns out it was not. And I see a lot of people reacting the same way. I can totally understand where they are coming from. Uh, it's insane. It's insane. So as an adult, you don't really expect a lot of reality television to move you the way the CM Punk return has moved a lot of people. And I'm sure non-wrestling fans will quite never get uh, our emotions attached to just a bunch of adults fighting in what is a scripted program. But I guess to each their own, and this suspension of reality is something that we just need. It's no less than watching Christopher Nolan masterpiece or I don't know, a Rajnikant movie for Indian Tamil fans. It's not real, but how it makes you feel. Uh, Few things come close to that emotion, and tonight CM Punk returning was just that. And the the fairy tale wrote itself. CM Punk got fired from AEW, and even if he had a non-compete, it would have just about been uh, lifted or made null and void at this point, considering that was 2 3 months ago. And Survivor Series, where he has a rich history. For long time CM Punk fans, we remember how he was part of the T Generation X team, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and still Philadelphia chanted a very young CM Punk's name way back in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. And Survivor Series, Chicago, it was ripe for taking. And thanks to Tony Khan and Jungle Boy, uh, the impossible happened, I guess. Um, I recorded a whole other segment which was a lot more emotional and lot less exciting. And I thought I needed to re record this, even though that was my genuine reaction, teary eyed the entire time, rewatching the whole segment, watching that cold day in hell caption with CM Punk and Triple H posing together. These are things that you have dreamt about for years as a fan, but then you never thought it could happen. I know there have been returns like Bret Hart or Sting, which were just as impossible as this one. But with AEW in the picture, Punk had an alternative. He actually went there. And even in his first promo back at AEW, he took a dig at WWE. And the current group of wrestlers, they're more like family, and a lot of them don't get along with CM Punk, especially Seth Rollins. We saw his reaction, which might as well be a work, but nonetheless, this locker room feels like a family, and introducing a dynamic like CM Punk, you don't know how it's gonna play out. In fact, I grew a really long beard and said that, hey, I'm gonna do this whole offering where I'm gonna shave off only if CM Punk returns. And my fellow hosts, VS and Gandalf, thought I was crazy. I was insane. Hey, by the time you end up shaving the beard, people are gonna think you're a Braun Strowman fan because that's how long it's gonna take for CM Punk to return. But then again, here we are. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, and I honestly don't know what the future holds for CM Punk. Uh, but the group of wrestlers like Grayson Waller, Cody Rhodes, even Seth Rollins. I can imagine big money feuds in each and every one of them. And for me to go from rewatching CM Punk's promos 10 years back, be it with The Rock or John Cena, Chris Jericho, uh, I'm used to that. I spend at least 30 minutes every day listening to his iconic promos from yesteryear. And I don't know what it's gonna feel like for him to actually come back and do these promos in 2023 that I get to watch live. I'm sure a lot of fans feel that way. Uh, we had all these hints in the lead up. We had Grayson Waller on commentary. We even had Seth Rollins hold a Pepsi can and Nakamura with the scriptic promos. But we just couldn't believe it until it actually happened. And when that cult of personality hit with the lightning, Triple H put it best. It was lightning captured in a bottle. And I want to quote Triple H here. A lot of people are speculating how the return is going to pan out given the egos at play here. But 10 years is a really, really, really long time in the world. And Triple H is a changed man. Most of WWE is changed. I've changed. You have changed. I'm sure CM Punk has changed. And if you're the same person as you are 10 years ago, that's messed up. That was CM. That was Triple H's take. CM Punk in the press conference. Um, what am I eager to? What am I looking forward to? First of all, I hope he makes an appearance at Nashville the coming Monday on Raw. First and foremost, there are few guys on this roster that I'm super excited for Punk to go back and work with. Um, Grayson Waller and LA Knight are two people. You just know the promos are going to be lit. And you have Rollins with all the history and bad blood. He's somebody who genuinely hates CM Punk. And both CM Punk and Rollins, they are adults, they are master storytellers. They know how to channel that dislike for each other into a gold mine of a promo. So that's going to be exciting. And Cody Rhodes. Him with his time at AEW and CM Punk, they never quite managed to overlap, but they have both come back home. The prodigal sons returning to where they belong, and that's gonna be lit. And last but not least, Roman Reigns. There is the whole Paul Heyman angle. That is that is just money waiting to be grabbed for WWE. Uh, it's just rife with possibilities, and I hear it's going to be a fairly long deal. 3 years, I saw. Punk would be close to 50 at that point. But he looks sharper than ever, both on the mic and in ring, based on what I saw at Survivor Series. And I cannot wait for all of this actually becoming a part of our reality. All the storylines and feuds that we wrote in fan fiction and manifested all these years. And for every CM Punk out there who believed, I'm glad that we get to have this moment. And I'm glad that we have him back home.